You see chronographs everywhere. The sporty subdials and pushers are practically the default look for a modern watch. But that ubiquity hides an uncomfortable truth. They are remarkably difficult to engineer. Outside of ultra-high-end chiming mechanisms, chronographs are arguably the most challenging movements to build and tune. Because of that inherent complexity, you can't simply buy your way into a flawless mechanical chronograph on a tight budget. You have to navigate a maze of very real compromises. Those compromises show up in three distinct areas: how thick the case sits on your wrist, what it costs to keep the watch running over a decade, and whether the movement inside was actually built by the brand on the dial. This chart plots price and exclusivity against wearability and case thinness. As we plot quartz, third-party automatics, and in-house calibers into their respective quadrants, you can see exactly what you get and what you sacrifice at every level. You aren't paying a premium just for brand prestige. Your budget strictly dictates the physical architecture of the watch and the ongoing financial commitment required to maintain it. Looking at this matrix for the under $1,000 bracket, quartz movements clearly dominate the landscape. They solve the hardest engineering problems of a chronograph by bypassing them entirely. The Seiko Prospex Speedtimer exemplifies this efficiency. It uses a solar-powered quartz movement to keep the case relatively slim and completely eliminates routine servicing costs. For significant history, the Bulova Lunar Pilot brings genuine spacefaring provenance, tracing directly to astronaut David Scott. During the Apollo 15 mission, Scott wore his personal Bulova on the lunar surface, giving this quartz watch a legitimate lunar pedigree without luxury markup. There are rare mechanical options here, like the Seagull 1963. It offers a fully visible column wheel movement for under $500, but that low entry price obscures a major financial hurdle. This bar chart compares the retail price against projected servicing fees. A complex column wheel mechanism requires specialized labor. 5 years down the line, overhauling that movement will likely cost as much as the original sticker price of the watch. At this level, you either embrace the zero-maintenance reliability of a quartz model, or you accept that buying an entry-level mechanical chronograph means treating it as essentially disposable once the internal oils dry up. This second matrix tracks the $1,000 to $5,000 tier. Here, you gain robust mechanical complications powered by reliable third-party foundations, primarily the Valjoux 7750 and its Sellita equivalents. These rugged movements are highly associated with utilitarian tool watches. Brands like Sinn utilize them to build highly credible aviation pieces designed to withstand the specific demands of military pilots. Hanhart takes that same mid-tier mechanical reliability and ties it to post-war history. Their chronographs became the personal choice of Steve McQueen, cementing their status as highly capable equipment. However, these reliable third-party calibers share a major structural drawback. To fit the gears, subdials, and stacked hands required for the stopwatch functions, manufacturers must build up the vertical clearance of the case. This creates a noticeable thickness tax. Many watches in this category measure a distinctively bulky 14.5 to 15.5 millimeters tall. You do get immense functionality for that bulk. Brands like Longines leverage their scale to pack triple calendars and Moonphase displays into these cases for a fraction of what traditional high horology brands charge. This tier delivers true mechanical complexity and Swiss finishing, but you have to be comfortable wearing a distinctly top-heavy watch that will fight against a tight shirt cuff. Moving into the $5,000 to $10,000 tier, this matrix reveals what opens up: proprietary in-house movements, true wearability, and historical provenance. Highlighting the Zenith El Primero, we see how proprietary engineering solves the thickness tax, maintaining a remarkably slim 12.7mm profile. This luxury tier houses true design icons. Jack Heuer engineered the Carrera for optimal legibility during high-speed racing in the 1960s. Its clean aesthetic was directly inspired by the grueling Carrera Panamericana road race, linking the watch permanently to mid-century automotive performance. Then there is the definitive chronograph of this bracket, the Omega Speedmaster Professional. Its selection by NASA for the Apollo missions, worn here by Buzz Aldrin, secured its place in industrial history. Buyers of the modern moonwatch still weigh historical accuracy against modern convenience, often choosing the easily scratched but deeply authentic acrylic hesselite crystal over modern sapphire. Reaching this luxury tier successfully eliminates the physical bulk and guarantees historical significance. But the trade-off is the high initial cost and a commitment to expensive, factory-level maintenance for the rest of the watch's life. You can't have a thin case, complex movement, and low price. Low maintenance? Prioritize quartz, Seiko Speedtimer or Bulova Lunar Pilot. Mechanical under 5K? Choose the thicker Sinn 356 or Longines Master. Icon status? Select the Speedmaster or El Primero. Conversely, if you need an ultra-thin profile to slide under a tailored suit, or if you refuse to pay over $500 for routine servicing, then you should avoid mechanical chronographs entirely. The stopwatch mechanism is inherently complex, demanding precise friction and exact timing to snap back to zero perfectly every single time. The perfect chronograph isn't the one with the highest price tag. It is the one whose specific engineering trade-offs align flawlessly with your daily routine.